Appleseed. I recall the first time I bumped heads with my head, led to a dead bargain. A thanks for nothing, low life, and a starter begged my pardon. When a dust mite harbor spider barely dents the cicada phase, blades a burden. Decorate the backs of freedom fighters. Servants make the steeples higher, man the loose cannon. Penning for gold, penning for chance to land in camps branded with stamped on their hands. Let's push up through the now. Let's evoke a vow of zip lips clipped to my peaking brow. I've seen immaculate hearts blemished under the mask of genie bottle hostages who wish to the third to her broken promises. Glass spot of Gotham, fragile castle and master passage where even the innocent captives bleed. Appleseed, leave me with a breeding hassle factors feed. Pin the tail on the village idiot, turn giddy click stern. Greet a burner basics laid with the moans of neurotic nitpicking patrons and their pseudo-potent patronage. Mood of the moment glowed within the splendor of its grace. And I'm hella swamped, truly moody in my day's makeshift awakenings. Act as if apathy's been your best friend since the bonding. I went up you with love letters from despondency. Honestly, Appleseed.
On a sunny afternoon in Lower East Side, New York.
Good morning, my sweet vision of morbid disorder, and good evening, wonderful riddance and such. Maybe today I'll touch the burgundy halo, trimming the tunnel's end or bend with tenant spangled across a more tangible premise. The splendor shimmy splinters all up in day tripper visuals. Take it easy, man. Fuck it, I'll take it anywhere I can. My palms are chin rest when I witness fury scurry past my window. Model city in a bottle, plugged hostile. There's bliskers and pollutants, and a billion suckers puckering a vibe. Maybe the sucker ship is the treasure. But they insisted, man. I'm trying to spin me dizzy, sponging up the given dungeon's functions, as opposed to art historians absorbed inside assumptions. Everybody, cup your knuckles when the spout divorces vertical, marveling at the spite with which it curdled. Outside my tenement, coax a little warmth from out the mug of masons, wasted laying bricks for days to later find they own a lot of Jason. Mark the blasphemy, elements of elegance and savagery. Murder the gossip, fucking run off happily. Broken spoke cyclist choking open Dr. Zayas born fetus in a matchbox, keylessly padlocked to hammer face. Now these impurities embedded in fiber later as textiles shedded in the hail tailored to motivate behind his splendid leverage. Now I'm drowning in a pool of why are you here? Sabotage with my beast of burden pertinent to if I die this year. My name is Rob. My name is Pillar. My name's Allegiance. My name is Flagrant. My name's 1,000 steps of patience, but I'm sick and tired of waiting. My name's Polaris. My name is Candace. My name is Low Life. My name is every imperfection plays a part in my descent. My name is Carnival. My name is Posture. My name is Polarized. My name is Delicate Approach roped symmetrically to my fellowship. My name is Necessity. My name is Cordial. My name is Eagle. My name is Captivate. My name is Contaminate the rich and clock their profits for the captive's sake.
Let us hope that the horrors of evil no longer loiter on the doorsteps of your
circle of sandbags, drag the shield of me of the needy hand grabs, slitting hopes at your local acropolis. Opulence in the cockpit, not the pocket for them born with a pebble toss sunk to rest, while they've exhausted the art of drunken address. Exhibit fracture lines that converge towards where the hackers whine, when trappers slack the traps unlatched and catch covered as tracking lines. That'll make his majesty furious. Oh, bury his head, and how could I have been so dense if only? Yeah, but I'm lonely. My days graze normalcy, then morbidly crash. My eaves breathe honesty, then sardonically laugh. Alas, I dig my toes into the sand and spit foliage out my lips, personifying mankind's end all aspirations. Hope, no hope sinks like broken boats, and most are asked before provoked. I'm tossing darts at a map of the arts to pick up where you joked, and when the last leaf falls off the branches of resonance, I'll be waiting with my butterfly net to collect the evidence. Well, I am a room with poison oak scaling the sides, arachnids on the ceiling, rugged thumbtacks, bones of rusty pipes. If you could squeeze between the bars, enjoy my space, employ my waste, and taste the hand dealt by our stolen grace. You ever wish the circle was a square, so when land sharks start circling the borders, you could just cut them off at the corners? There's a ghost in a basket of values pertinent to which kayak pilots succeed in surfing it through. I'll be surfing it through. So if you need me, spread your wings to spell my name above the mess near the other funny requests. See, my all too tolerant mannerisms have hired a whim to assist in a meticulous pick apart of cobweb from skins of innocence. Child of timid instinct with that 10-step ahead premise. Fly dust bowls before the Zephyr was requested. A mile in humble shoes, 10 shades of blues come off the difference. I grimace. Took me one eye blink to conclude that simply is. My name is Drop. My name is Pillar. arms allegiance. My name's 1,000 steps from patience, but I'm sick and tired of waiting. My name's Polaris. My name is Canvas. My name is low light intention. My name is every imperfection plays a part in my descent. My name is carnival. My name is polarized. My name is delicate approach, roped symmetrically to my fellowship. My name is cordial. My name is captivate. Contaminate the rich and clock they profits for the captain's sake. My name is vagabond. My name is angel. My name is century. My name is hunter. My name is sunburst. My name is wildfire. My name is routinized. My name is basic. My name is consequence. My name is cigarettes. My name is cynical. My name is tolerance. My name's hallucinogen. My name is waterfall. My name is runaway. My name's alarm clock. My name is kill it. Reflect the destiny of the village. So in 20 count regrets float down futility spillage. See, I'll pass the broken arrow this time for certain. But from here on out, it's hoofed mare or barefooted urchin. Digging your purse. Now exhibit true audacity and passively hack reason of ribbons. And you're excused from the round table admissions committee. Activist legends turn hostage in fallen cities. Dirty earthling circling, vision immaculate. Spin me dizzy in the crosswalk. Not too far gone, mastered on senses. Inspect relentless, forbidden boogie systems with crooked addictions. Sure, my crown is formed of thorns, but my thorns are formed of sound. I found sounds will keep me when morning's born with frozen ground. Put a rope down, pull me from where the buzzard's clear. To me from the bones of you and your little badass Mad Max musketeers. Where the silhouettes of emaciated frames danced on a high wire. Mistook for aspiring third world poster, but ill-certed to ghosts of dead. And within us the legs like chieftain, what's your forte? Knuckle dragger in disguise, seeking the match made in your eyes. Friend, it don't take the wisest men in triplicate pacing to find I don't condone the blasphemy attributes procreation. From the floods to the fires to the droughts to the cyclones, tidal waves, the twisters, tornadoes and hailstones, whirlwinds, tropical storms, blizzard and monsoon, all of which I witnessed prior to waking up inside my room. Inside panic episode tantrums, fuck hugging my cool. Right. The edginess readies the Mach 9 quick draw, hence the duel. The company of similars couldn't excite the motor, but hermit crab ace home aloner. One barrel of idioms in a charcoal stick, courage under desire. Canopy tray beautiful, messiah reluctant. Stuck in the pluck of the harp, buzzing the fuzzing television mixer. Book of saturated matches in a half-made bed. Played with my other half of the litter. A litter of the pick, pack leader of hub cannibal fuel. Mechanical zoo. There's ample room for stubbleways inside the cargo bed. Said Leach prior to firing up his barnacle magnet instincts, leashing himself to where the wind spitting ice storms and termite swarms are commonplace. I'ma trace the silver lining winding round the prophecy. I know there is good in you if one peels back the opulence, but I also know it's ratio to bad. Don't feed my confidence the nutrients. Moody tints of blue circle the clues. The instant success being personal, then sucked basic diversion. Rusty anchor, budget for nothing. Wedged between AESOP rock and a scarred face of frustrated fuck you. Bound by concern. I can't believe I'm still concerned. Can't believe style children turning they sleep over one-liners while I yield to heal your burns. Color me out of my skull, dragging a wagon of creature features. And all I ever wanted was to aggravate the sleepers. Look, self-crafted heroics, murder worthless. Crash test ideologies, catalog alien doctrines, type disturbance. Got 'em out, killing machines turn belly up, buckle. The troubles I've seen, Coke's 24/7s of wide eyes from daydreamers, clean or dirty. Serpents and turnboys, preference for the latter. Justify the germs birth, cauterize the gashes after. On my left, one finger for each burrow I can touch. On my right, one finger for each time that I wake up midsummer night. Who's cloaked in a pristine mantle of hellfire, but ain't capital. Glaciers out the east slide lateral. Born for one task indeed. Spawn the citizen cane of oaks out this ugly duckling sea. Look, I ain't too tired of dragging the baggage over the seesaw seats where the reapers turn mortals to Caspers. See, the plainest dull conjurable can't mimic the null of a billion troops holding matchsticks to empty cannons, standing for many moons where the sun hit the mountainside splendidly, basking the last warmth ever known to man's tangents. In the wink of an innocent star child's island drop, he vanished. Managed to carve initials in the granite wall and damned it all up. I hung with cats that knew the don't. Sat forged through the moats open, eloping with sovereignty in a canteen deemed the prodigies. I logged the wake, the wash, the walk, the work, the well, it's almost 6 o'clock. I never seen so many tugboats miss the dock.
Thou mayest indeed tune unto the forbidden channel and see it like it is, baby. Who shall be our champion? What manner of channel beholdest thou? Shall it fall on me? This seat. This scene is
I was thinking about my sick friend, stringing a ring around my wit's end. 13 loops later, his feet hung inches out the pig pen. Motley day goblins brought and pillaged the passive stillness with bad javelin tips dipped inside barreled black magic brilliance. Who rolls at the tomb of the unknown soldier to capture the fascist fragment choreographed in traffic dancing for nickels? Hooked like sickle cells to the principles of camaraderie. One hope distortion honesty sputters itself to my how not example sample. Divvy the bread crust while considering the littering. I don't pity the head rush or the whimpering spill. Anchor to rock spot, packs the ravenous catalyst, sprung alacrity, leashed by the carnal tirade. I'm choked when the caged bird sings, it stings, springs me out delirium to stitch them clipped wings. I sing instinctively, brink while I clinging and shrinking souls, mourning the deaths of falling idle on to quality control. Oh, quality control. Stand still, string up the banner from the beehive to the anthill. Rag dummy, incorporate the unison of Viking ship rowers, plus the perfection of the twice the bird with half the stone thrower. Speak your assessments. My communicative hindrance bleeds the needs of a billion hungry victims. Grip by the hell that slipped the splinters and shivered up the mass and made invalids leak marbles. One component short of shock and mass burial. Freeze. Broken penny bank fragments float up in stagnant seas. Dirty work plus applicants with shadowbox disease. Iron bandit, give them the stars, their head balloons, and rudely asks for many moons, and I can't stand it anymore. It's like
Thinkest
that.
thou I fear thy sling? And the regulars were sore amazed, and they turned and fled. I'm the mightiest slinger of them all. There is a time for war and a time for peace, a time to run and a time to split.
I run a funny race. Malnourished monarchs and loopy admirals where 99.9% swear by their broken axles. I build boats of a pack rat bats and bully club swung post-utility inhalants. Nail it to stability and sail it. Lopsided starboard bow, crooked mass makeshift. Patching holes with chewing gum, let's stitch a sail a thirsty face. Observe me sitting with my eyes tied to the cloud. I know that once that wind kicks up, you and your motors left rope to the dock. And it's the art of clarity, married to slender extension of blue sky of a happy neighborhood. String on my ring left me dancing like wooden dummies in a tape of nature. Merry etiquette's a doornail, friends is little brittle dolls of paper in assembly. I tremble with a crocodile smile, hiding the fish at a water complex provided upon entry. Now if I were to halt the speed to leverage the game plan, would you honestly impede? I mean, I guess I could just divorce me from the rest and blame my chemical imbalance for the fact I've made a mess. But my loyalty supplied hints on which inklings I should run with, and I'm thinking that their town criers about to fill this here bucket. It's that grand precious that part of you wants to touch and part of you just wants to sit and be impressed with. Tainted agony, inductive barnacle attachment, mood swinging upon the barnstorm through perpendicular traffic. Spread circa 4,000 circuitry burns cicada wings above Arcadia's townsmen, spoon-fed the shadow. I'm tired of being wired into the thief ratio. It's gnawing a hole through my scheme, so I leave. Know what I mean?
It was the Molotov cocktail hour. Have I not brought you blessings without number? They had plenty of nothing, and nothing was plenty for them. Ye have never had it so good.
That's the end of Stella.
I can tell you it was from when I closed, but I froze.
That's the end of Stella. That's the end of Stella. Stella.
Swear to God, I can count to 10 all on my own. And the Saints go marching in. Serpentine regime ordered by response or the endless population. Caboose humming, no offense, me in a van with common patrons. The parody plastered every red brick in sight, but had to keep his plights from ticking. I'm slipping my key and wind dim by dirty tap water and that. Roach on my ceiling, circle of fins, round a bed of push pins. Let's connect the thriller volume to a flat earth. Jaywalking or hawk the pastures past the mere dragon bandwagon passengers. I'm sorry, we've never met. My name is Driftwood. Thanks, friend. Good looking, I'll never see you again. Like feeding friends and catfish, stomach empty, ocean spangled in hooks dangled. strangled by anglers off the plank of burning books. And if you're not gonna eat that, killjoy inherited by spirits lacking harnesses. Merchant, Goliath dipped in slipshod posture, conceived evening. So I feed idea, turn sundown the bastard son, adopt a reroute dreaming. Oh, I ride the plane boat with flare gun, a yellow raincoat. Heard a harping son, I waste my lifeline searching for the same note. Please, I know butterfly wings ain't fit for auction. Dig my claws in sturdy walking, head hung. Skylark litigant strung out like cash crater participants. I in the trying diaries of a lowlife, siphon through that vain anti-diligence movement. Here to hug a habitat, working class trash rape where the races hit their high. I spy a toddler on a corner with her bubbles and a dipstick. I witnessed the fusion of a breath and her amusement, and it killed me and it stabbed me and it cut me clear open. The notion that this child, timid innocence, embraced pleasure within the token of a moment. Breathless, arrested by not a quirk, stripped of vulnerable disclosure. So close yet so much closer. Take the hint. I'll take the hint, but still she's never known cold. Call me a 20 when those bubbles explode. It's like that.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
Back to back, the stack and a brick match with the fact that I've sipped the dripping sap tap casually out the limbs of captivated blends back, tracking the patterns that trim friends to thinning savages. Take one down, pass it round among us. Lick a tip, a drink, drunkest. But your quest swarming the floorboards and the carpet turning marbles. No, the carpet turning charcoals and made skeletons of warlords. Snake charmer, hate farmer, divvy the rations with an eyedropper of poison passions hoisted above the masses. And it interrupts homeostasis, even flowscapes like asymmetric snowflake visits and winter symmetry blizzards. I'm sleepy, one wink more, and I promise to pay homage to those who stand truly deserving. And the list ain't long, sink or swim, rival or ascension. Even birds of our combines float if you let them. They'll be dodging more than cradles when the bow breaks. Note the eviction slip clip to your little visions in a cloud shape. My left hand is a bricklayer, my right hand is a plow face. We build and destroy in response to every sound the crowd makes. Sling blades braided with apathy, madly balanced on the palette of the Almighty for painting the first half of me. Honor bonded with monster mashing, attached casually on the palette of the Almighty to paint the second fraction. I'm collapsed under the relic rainbow, we're separate yet succulent. Aquamarines hide the imbibed sweetest elixir. Star heckler, elitist talk, gawk, and yet another real conceived green fetus bleeding parallel sterile fixture. Urgent, the surge was like filament overkill. Kill the overspilled dairy saw faucet. For real, how many leaves your clover got? Mine's got 8, 3 for normalcy, 1 for luck, 4 more, so you'll spot it from space. So it goes.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup. You only held the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup. Thanks, friend. Good looking, I'll never see you again. Yo, I saw the wrought iron cross inverted, circling above my turret, slid the spiraling banister down a high. My ruby glass glazed specs stapled the trader market thieves, where vendors count the stolen citrus, how they pyramids mirrored with that as slapstick mavericks plugged directly to third rail surges. Prison electric mayhem through city commuter circuits. Ooh, child raises oddity, son of a circus sideshow freak, pertinent to the slideshow. Winos leak, but I won't be infected. Projection hung thick in the air, punching its burning plastics upon whipping the nasal cringes. Pucker another 60-second lapse while 60 stars collapse the suckers, and I'm reborn every time the wide metamorphs back to water. My God, sweet Christ, crucify me with railroad spikes. Use my skull to bash them all in, gather, sit and grin, weave. Or your pardon, excuse me, you're welcome, may I? I'd like to nod, but no, you may not. Take a deep breath, oh, let's take a breath, oh, shit, well, I guess that about says it. Maybe I grab the sycamore canoe and paddle upstream where the luck seems to reflect precious, healthy intervention. I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed. You ever died 1,000 deaths? I have. The day tomorrow stood 1,000 steps from where my nervous laughter made a road at. Nomad, I roam in a social coma, Jones in for home alone days to sing how my poems I dig in the dirt, I ring up the earth like pulley systems, thereby painting the perfect metaphor for hung juries. Strung along a song of sporting thorns of fury. Numb the ante-eyed alarm before he recognized his worries. We carpet bomber, spearheading Fink operator, walk my line. Now what? Now strut that little poison combine y'all call natural. And honesty promised me 20,000 salami leagues of diving, finding my tribe and I believe climbing at the pitfall. Lack of most lords aboard, heroes unsung, heroes unbrung rewards. Now if I flutter in a trouble clutching, I dance fancy forward like park children, double dutching ropes and burning city summers. My wingspan can't well employ full expansion. I'm folding while lamping at home with my hands panning for gold. Told them the roof was on fire. When that structure burned to ashes, all your soul was AESOP rock holding an empty book of matches. Maybe I'll sit until the spilling motor's clear. Maybe I'll sit and stroke my Billy Go beard and rethink the time angels appeared. Maybe I won't. Bundled in my humble little plummet, numb enough to die those 1,000 deaths under the sun. It makes me sick. I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, let me bleed. Yo, I surf an axiom kicked in a centerfold by ugly tenement. Distribute sour inhalants, regulate lorry development. Today, summon a rug rat oblivious to what's delicate. Tomorrow, siphon imperfection out the fetus prior to selling it. There is a brain in the thickest half circle, cupping the port to accordance. See the thorns don't clutch as more, but conformance to pourance out the entry. Lit and pearly gates and shared an access with our gentry, hinging our binging on public picket fencing. Squirming the terms and conditions of unsatisfied destiny magnet, where the ebony shit and cratchit ratio is tragic. Loose like pseudo mavericks clash of utility pageants. I post frozen in a blaze of the grand combustion. Or lead us deception connection. Wipe away the bomb, respond a friend with an eye socket full of needles and a wheel to die for nothing. That's glory. A bye-bye crash itinerary, barely suitable for common slum cats. And the lemmings will follow you through the bloodbath. That awful train through Shane's path, where I trade my window seat for one pane and replacement stained glass. See, I'm proud of the gods of opacity. Now I don't mind y'all looking in, just watching Sin City steam slips under my skin. And I'm about halfway to nausea, halfway to contentment. Two halves post-meeting dance evoked a whole lot of resentment. Build a pen around Mastodon, patriarch claustrophobias, woke broke cubicles, combines with combines suitably ingenious. Look, my feet in like infinity. A top bob strapped to dignity. My symmetry's vivid image still can't mimic the victory. Comfort is a crumb and I'm numb as fuck. And some prefer the hum and others tend to suck the life out of the crux like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm a hug dummy, hug the hungry, pull the lever, push the button, drink the garbage, spit the homage, reap the harvest, target everyone. Mechanized idols inhabit malleable colonies till the fire and drop the sweet leaf free. Your dreams a needle in a needle stack, laming safety pin physics, baby tin blizzards collide with old iron sides, trust the rivets. I'm sick of the pick of the litter, soaking the spotlight when I know they owe thanks to the end all AESOP rock shit. Watch, build me a home of brick and wood and everything good with a front porch, rocket jar, fireflies by night and smoke stokes till the day meets twilight. Build me a home in a green grass hill with running water in the backyard with a sandbox and a garden of foreign flowers. Build me a home with a basement and an attic where I can store remnants of a day I once slept in. Build me a no skull is sacred. the races. Locked in a pagan doctrine, watching born again faces. Gamble on patience, fail blatant. Ochre and sienna, war painting, stain play. Community hawking as raptors, overlooking outcrops. Giving one life to laugh at. Catalog bliss and the least common attachment. 10 seconds of blame and silence, pilots flight 3 to find stagnant. Most emotions host an entire lesson, congressional less one. So merely for the exceptional spectacle. The pause detour, forced avoidance of the soup dispersal. Where the straight and narrow's a perfect circle. Has been fastened to the flip side via migrating clusters. That's better than college. Damn, I will find the sun is the Holy Ghost. Suck that theology. Our king for a day, or peasant for a pleasant life. Blood on the easel and my eagle eyelid spots. Runaway pirates, look, I despise squatters with a grind me a river, a quarter. How'd you afford that dog and sour dialogue? I put my hook in the pond. I put my worm in the hook. I put my trust in the worm. Yeah, he bring me something to cook. I felt a tug on my life. Man, I lug the trash can on my pole with a note from the worm attached to red. Thanks to nothing, asshole. Parables of nature make a character giddy and riddle me a similar situation. Mid-city, quick, put your honor on the line. Doors to amongst bloodthirsty barracuda circlings and report on powers of deviltry versus church things. Lips torn by both polars and their workings. I can only model throttle at the dream catching, matching Apache hollers with a sovereignty harbored and charged by hate breed and enmity. Spigots spitting stitches to fix the bridges and the gaps. When out of broken bridges, giving straps and trying to walk to get stokes is like hopscotch between polar caps. And I'm blue in the face with every second is a waste of breath, making that classic mockery of every step. Oh, build me a home, please, with a light in the window and a red front door and a picket fence and a fireplace and a sturdy frame, and we can sit and I'll tell you my name. Forces leak out the back door for more, and this is New York City.
Oh, I see these here walk eyes empty a shade of shut. It seems we share a fate, honestly.
I noticed them making mockeries of madmen. Tend not to bend in the honesty. My 20,000 leagues end in grand sardonic fatigue.
The view from this here segue crowd to listeners, nothing special, simply listeners. How we dissolve its pores.
I live beneath the scenic, where the fossils pledged allegiance, where the centipedes and serpents bigot on territorial disagreements. The uprooted turn moody and act pleasure to skinny ribbons, and I'm stuck on my skull core beneath assumptions, pumping pistons.
Left the jug, the rickety wall, who's house now?
We tune out the clouds of hiding, twilight street merchants. We Titans really had been here before. My place.
All of the ceiling seems to be leaking. Oh, it's the wall for bid box spring broken from man. Everywhere else would I sleep? I love you. It's not easy tying knots. Whose paycheck make it rain? Outstanding as shall smudge at best. This dog here sees me need. I go beyond gray. Lonely, this forest is very, very different. Friend, hail things like magnets or the way men was traveling up.
It only takes one slacker to attack alacrity in compliance with time and regulations. Poachers poke me just to jump the batteries. I'm juiced, loosed by the notice, seduced by the ambiance, the motives and the modus operandis. I'm supportive, sorta here to modify those monsters. Try to decide why pleasure captors round my hip line. On sit time zones I'm here. I lay my bricks alone to build these walls among us. Dreams can spread us spores, but can I run with the alumnus fungus after daybreak? And it churns, and I burn for less fortunate. All like Jason's forced to use their last match to water off the glaciers. Back as they profess, cloud spitter, littered with pensiveness. Mr. Piss drunk upon Sir Dull and Sister Mr. Funk, I'm in a lull.
I'm thinking of a number.
thinking of home.
paper, hats.
And I'm home again.
Funny how faces show up, wall is for me, my mouth
Could
and
have been me,
soul.
but it wasn't. Crashing, burning, crash effect. It could collect me indirectly, but it doesn't.
Pause. Given the deuce, discipline and it's hard lock, going blank, slap book, it's mirrored universe in one yard. So many square feet and everything counts. Higher life forms a dirty sock. Every penny saved, every penny saved. The city of dreams.
And I'm down to earth.
I'm down to earth.
My 0 hour snuff dog, but I marked the date of mirth burns. The time allotted, knotted loops around the plotted. Boycotted the wattage, poised for the prodding of the rotting bottled hostage. Once I'm down, filed me on the useless playtime drinking, thinking smirk-worthy. Well, you're with me from the icicle sweat to the self-pity. Sickly threadbare, stared back on needlepoint like willow. Man, I purposely spun straw to gold to lace these last stitch perfectly. It must have been the dust, my God, the dusty cluster dust. Father the rustic crust, the luck with which I touch togetherness.
Hey, what's up? It's Ace. I'm gonna talk to you about Appleseed.
Appleseed. Yeah, I recall the first time I bumped heads with my head, led to a dead bargain. A thanks for nothing, low life, and a starter beg my pardon.
The meaning and origin of the title Appleseed, I don't fucking know. This was 1998 or 9. Drawing a blank. The Tugboat Complex series, that's like the first time I did a series. It might be the last time I did a series of songs too. I don't know. I was just young and trying shit, and once I did the first one, the second one, I think it's the same amount of bars and the same, I think the breaks and the beat are the same in the same places. You know, in my head, I can't even imagine what it sounds like on Appleseed, that song. I'm closing my eyes even. Yeah, I don't know. I often spoke about water and boats, and that is what led to the name Float, which Tony had thought of for the next record. But I grew up on the water on the East Coast, so maybe there. I do like a good lake. I like a good river. Ocean, not as much. But I do enjoy water. Looking at it. I don't really want to go in it. I like to be near it. If I had a single at the time, I feel like it would have been Dry Spell, only because that is one of the couple songs on there that I can remember. Yeah, probably Dry Spell, maybe 1,000 Deaths. Dose One, I think, just started calling me at one point early. We were both just young and kind of getting on it around the same time, and that was a song that we made together when he had passed through New York one time in the late 90s. Shout out Dose One for sure. Omega One, aka Owen, my friend Owen, we went to college together and met there at an art school in Boston. Right around that time, it was 94 to 98, and right around that time I had gotten an ASR 10, and Blockhead had gotten an ASR 10, and then Owen got an ASR 10, and yeah, he was dope. He made beats for a while. I'm not sure if he's still making beats, but he is a great illustrator. He does a lot of Blockhead's album covers. He did the Labor Days album cover. Yeah, that's an old friend of mine, and he just happened to also know Blockhead and those guys just from growing up in New York. So we're all sort of connected. And he was originally, when I started doing shows, he was one of, if not my actual first DJ. he was much more of a vinyl head than me or blockhead. He had like a sick vinyl collection with good records, you know. Me and Tones were more like buying shit and trying to spin it into gold or something. But Omega had legitimately dope records, and his shit was always fly. As far as the production and equipment setup, all the beats were made on ASR 10s. I think I did most of the beats, and then Blockhead did one and Omega did one. And we all used ASR 10s. This was also, I had just bought a Roland VS 880 digital 8-track, which was, it was the first time I could record digitally at home, which was, you know, massive for me. That, and I recorded Float on that, and I think I recorded Labor Days on that. That was a cool little machine at the time. Way too difficult to use for what it actually did, but still loved it. I actually plugged it in. I found it later when I moved to California, and at some point I found it, and I said, oh, I wonder if there's any weird old stuff on this machine. And I plugged it in and I turned it on, and smoke came out of it, and it immediately just short-circuited. And anything that was on the hard drive there is fried. But yeah, we were just recording beats directly from the ASR 10 to 2 tracks on the 880. So that left six tracks for vocals or you know, whatever, scratching or what have you. No real mix in between. No real mix after. So Appleseed, we made CDs, just kind of duped them ourselves. When I say ourselves, I mean myself. And I had Tony helping to sell them at certain independent rap distributors at the time. And I just remember the first night that I had them was a Doom show at Brownie's. I lived right over Brownie's. And I just know that, I just remember that because of that. I was sitting and cutting. I said, I'll cut 10 covers out and dupe 10 CDs and see if I could sell them at the show. Went down, peeped Doom. It was amazing. Sold a few CDs. And then soon after that, we made them available. Just kind of, Tony would handle anyone who wanted them online, just kind of emailing back and forth cash and, you know, basically sending cash through the mail, I think, often, or a check. And eventually we got to a place where they were moving too fast for him and I to handle, which wasn't fast at all. We were just annoyed by it. So I kind of, instead of duping them myself, I dropped off and got, 100 made at a time or something like that, which was like mass production to us. I think we ended up moving a couple thousand that way. I just remember once, I think we broke 2,000 and I was like, we can stop. And then it was at a print for a long time after that. How did I connect with Neil for artwork help? Neil lived with me. I lived with my friend Michael and Neil at the time in this apartment. Those were two of my roommates, and they sort of tolerated me rapping in my bedroom as much as they could. And he, I didn't really know how to do any sort of layout or really use a computer at that point. So Neil was the man. I was probably just hyped. I was just hyped on everything going on. The underground rap scene in New York at that time was very fly to me. We were fans, to be honest, because I'm sort of on the second wave, what I would consider the second wave of that movement, and we were just fans of the cats older than us doing it. So we'd go home and make songs. I mean, some of the stuff, it started, we would make 4-track songs all the time. Some of them were funny, some of them were more serious, but I don't know. I just started taking it more serious than my friends as far as rhyming was concerned. You start doing open mics, or every now and then you just sort of show, you rap a couple times and then people ask, hey, you got something, do you have stuff recorded? And I didn't think anything about a record deal. No, I'm also very shy in that manner, so I wouldn't have like pursued it probably, you know. In fact, I was pursued early on, and I sort of I don't know, I sort of shooed away an offer that, it wasn't an offer, I shoot away a meeting that could have led to something that I maybe shouldn't have, or that people said I was crazy for at the time, because I just wanted to, it's too much, you know? I just want to do it myself. I have to treat this all like it's me and me making stuff in my room, in my living room. But basically, no, I never really pursued a deal. I was just I just wanted people to hear it, and I was just looking for props from people who I also respected, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'd played a few shows in these days. I definitely wasn't performing these songs often. I wasn't performing often, you know. I had a day job, and I would do open mics here and there. I did shows at places where you could like write your name on a piece of paper and you just play when it's your time slot, and you know, you're playing to like essentially an empty room except for the dudes you brought, you know. But it was those years where I guess over the course of those years is when I started to get invited to things and started to get noticed for my first actual record deal, and that was sort of when shows started. These days I don't think I play any of these songs regularly. Basically, like, I went on Night Train. Bob, like Stretch and Bob were done by then, and that was kind of what I had grown up on. So my chance to get on the show was sort of over, and Night Train took over. My man Apex and all those dudes, Voss, and I got up on there, rhymed. I think that was on Earthworms, and yeah, I don't know, little local shit. I remember being on a little local shit, but you know, I was also just scared. I was mad scared at this point. I didn't wanna. I was like learning to do it in front of people. You know, it's that's sort of what I struggled with. We had a few bars we would go to that, you know, the DJ would open the mic up for an hour every night, whatever. You know, we would rhyme, we would freestyle. Yeah, I don't know. People take notice eventually. Yeah, the internet was becoming a thing. It was the first time we had like online stores, which were, you know, you could basically go on and see and hear artists that you would never know, because all I heard was stuff from where I lived, and so you could hear stuff from every scene in the U.S. and beyond, and we took advantage of it to the best of our ability at the time, but all that really meant was like fielding the occasional email from somebody who found Tony's email address and wanted to buy a CDR. Wanted to buy a CDR with a sticker on it. A lot of the Earthworm stuff had been kind of traded around on tapes, and this was sort of my little second round. And I guess this is what ultimately led to me getting a record deal. So, in that sense, yeah, I felt a buzz, but at the time, you know, what that meant in those days was that we moved a couple thousand CDs by ourselves. And even though the internet did exist, it wasn't what it was now, and you couldn't just Google me and see the reaction. You know, it trickled in. So the buzz was a different thing. You know, it was. I had my head down for a lot of this, and I would go on to. I still had a job, and I would go on to do another full album before I even tried to stop working. I guess this music, the stuff that I'd done up to this point, got the attention of Robert Curcio at Mush. And yeah, they signed me for one record. This would be like the last one where I was like making the covers at Kinko's, and like I designed them the wrong size, so they're all fucked up, and I was kind of cutting them out myself and all that. It was hard to see what if this had any effect beyond, you know, my neighborhood or my, you know, where we were hanging out, because I just didn't know. I wasn't traveling. I was still just working, and I had no intention or no belief that I would ever be a full-time, you know, professional rapper at any point. I spy a toddler with her bubbles and her dipstick. Was that Lucy from No Regrets? It's crazy reading this question and this quote, I spy a toddler with her bubbles and her dipstick. Yeah, I have no memory of this. I can't answer your question. I don't know that I ever did that much, like have songs, aside from those first Tugboat, those first 3 Tugboat songs, I never really like connected a theme from a previous record or had a character from one record show up 2 records later. I know a lot of people can draw that stuff from my records, and that's great. I did, but it was all not intentional. Yeah, it was all just New York underground at the time. It was everything Stretch and Bob was playing. We were in it. It was the you know, the Juggernauts, Company Flow, Saphir, Organized Confusion, Godfather Don, MF Doom. It was just kind of, a lot was happening that time in New York. It just seemed like stuff was coming out constantly. Saya and Yeshua the Poe D. There was so much fresh stuff coming out at the time. For people interested in rhyming, those years were huge.